What human being would consider a dog his brother, be romantically in love with bubblegum, feel bad for mean ugly witches, cover up his long beautiful locks, and, oh yeah, fight off bad guys all the time to save the world and help everyone in need? One mathematical dude named Finn Mertens. That's who. And we're here today to check out this awesome buff baby who can punch a yo buns. Hi everyone, I'm Justin with channel Frederator, and oh my glob, these are 107 facts about Finn the human. Let's get algebraic. Finn was raised by dog detectives Joshua and Margaret alongside his magical dog best friend and adoptive brother, Jake, and Joshua and Margaret's non-magical dog son, Jermaine. According to producer Adam Muto, while Finn's birth parents and original home are significant plot points in the series, his true parents are Joshua and Margaret, and his real home is Zoo. Finn has another adoptive brother, who is a koala bear rebel leader of sorts. In On the Lam, his dad Martin names a koala Martin 2, who he takes under his wing before abandoning him in the same manner he keeps abandoning Finn. At least his parenting is, consistent. A monster form Finn takes in the episode Don't Look resembles Martin. Kinda dark, but not a surprise given the direction the show took with that character. Finn has a baby brother in the alternate farm world timeline. This opens up the possibility that if Finn's birth parents hadn't separated soon after Finn was born, he might have had a sibling in the main timeline. As mentioned in 107 Facts About Adventure Time, Finn got his name due to his adoptive parents thinking he looked like a mudfish. Fish, of course, have fins. Naturally, they didn't know much about humans, given that Finn was only one of the few on the mainland of Ooo. In the comics, Finn's original name Pen, which was used in the pilot, is canon. He reveals he made everyone call him this because of how much he liked pens. In Gaelic, Finn's name means fair-haired and is specifically about the blonde and blue eyes appearance found in Scandinavian people. Given Finn's blonde hair, this is a perfect fit. Not to mention there's also a famous mythical Irish hero named Finn. Mr. Matt Cumhale, otherwise known as McCool, looks like Finns are just epic. Finn's last name, Mertens, is a Dutch variant of the name Martin, which is obviously his dad's first name, and means warrior. Some of Finn's gibberish exclamations are improvised by Shada. While there are some templates for these moments, he's been given leeway to improvise these for the character. Finn's codename, given to him by his original human civilization, revealed in the Islands miniseries, is Infant PG-87 Mertens. Finn has a birthmark that he describes as looking like a flaming sideways teardrop. Mathematical. Finn is revealed to be 5 feet tall in Dungeon Train. However, he has since grown and is now about the same height as Princess Bubblegum. Finn's weight fluctuates episode to episode. In the DVD commentary for In Your Footsteps, Penn Ward explains that his weight depends on how much Finn has adventured and on his diet, which is famously bad. And of course, his changing appearance between different storyboard artists could be another reason behind these shifts. As part of Finn's real-time-ish aging process depicted throughout the show, he actually grows facial hair, but BMO plucks it out every morning so he can look young forever. If only if we had that luxury. In a WonderCon panel, producer Adam Muto said that they were considering giving Finn an awkward puberty mustache for a period of time. Before Islands, Finn was one of 4 humans on the show, the others being Susan Strong, Betty, and his dad Martin. Muto said that being the supposed last human is far from the most important thing about Finn. According to an Adventure Time DVD special feature called Little Did You Know, Finn's official occupation is hero, and one of his special skills is making origami cranes. Finn has had an innate hero instinct since he was a baby. This is confirmed when we see him as a baby in the episode Memory of a Memory, proudly singing about being a buff baby who can punch a yo buns, and that if you're an evil witch, I will punch you for fun. Some of the heroism exhibited by Finn originated in creator Pendleton Ward's childhood. In middle school, for example, Ward petitioned his classmates to help protect the rainforests. Finn's supposed to be a little bit more hard-edged than a typical hero. Ward explained that his adaptive morality is something of a counterpoint to the do-at-all-cost attitude of the heroes in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Despite being a very brave hero, Finn actually has a few major fears. He's afraid of the ocean, clowns, spiders, and the Lich. In the Islands miniseries, it's implied that Finn may be a helper. His mother Minerva was a helper, which meant that she acted as a doctor in the human civilization. Earlier in the episode Do Not Harm, Dr. Princess, not a real doctor, puts a doctor coat on Finn, who briefly steps into the role and is pleased when he feels like he's doing a good job. Finn even has an ancient handbook for heroes called the Enchiridion, which he obtained by passing a bunch of hero tests and trials in the episode The Enchiridion. The current Enchiridion that Finn has is actually from the Farm World universe, since the original was turned into stone in the episode The Lich. Hopefully Farm World Finn won't need it anytime soon. Finn's alternate forms include the Finn of the Farm World universe, himself as an adult and old man in the Pillow universe, gender-swapped Fiona, and his past lives as the Huntress Shoko and a comet. Ward originally intended for Finn and Jake to be wanderers living in tents. Of course, now they live in their signature treehouse. Ward's process when designing Finn and Jake was primarily to create characters that looked fun and cool. Quote, "I try not to make art, I just want to make stuff that's funny and entertaining," Ward said, end quote. Acknowledging that the show is, of course, still very artsy. Ward wanted Finn and Jake's friendship to have an element of realism to it, making their conversations things real friends would talk about and avoiding putting them against each other every so often. In fact, the entire show grew out of Finn and Jake. Their friendship was the basis for the show, and their character designs came before the world designs. One theory suggests that Finn fell into a coma alongside his regular dog, who he imagines to have magical powers in his fantastical mind. This joins the pantheon of coma fan theories alongside The Simpsons, Rugrats, and Pokemon. Ward wanted most of the characters to have a range of emotions and not just a single note, like dumb or annoying. This is in part because as a lifetime cartoon watcher, he'd noticed his mom getting annoyed at some of the more exaggerated characters in the shows he would watch. So Finn has a natural sounding voice capable of expressing many kinds of emotions. Finn can change in subtle ways from episode to episode because each lead storyboard artist tends to provide a unique take on the character, and Penn Ward likes that aspect, saying he likes cartoons, quote, where the characters can change. Finn's name originally wasn't going to be on the title card of the show, which in full reads Adventure Time with Finn and Jake. The title card for a short time simply read Adventure Time Presents. Finn and Jake's title cards that are in front of a blank background with just their faces were inspired by the opening sequence for Superbad. One of Ward's inspirations for the show was Dungeons & Dragons, and that's why in each episode that took place in a dungeon, he'd ask the storyboard writers to make Finn pocket some gold or loot to give it that D&D feel. The room where Finn and Jake keep all of their loot was improvised by Ward. Again, inspired by D&D, he drew a bunch of loot and ended up incorporating it into their home. Ward has stated that Finn's D&D alignment started out as lawful good at the beginning of the series and since has become chaotic good. Technically, Finn is a Goblin King. He was only able to leave his post by disguising Whisper Dan, a sort of robot assistant, as himself. Finn's spirit animal seems to be the butterfly, as he can control them with his mind at one point and was a butterfly in one of his past lives. Finn has red-green color blindness, which is revealed in the episode Red Starved. Finn's favorite color is baby blue, boy style, and while you think his shirt would be his favorite color, it's actually Munsell blue. Finn's missing some teeth, with one theory being that he likes to bite rocks and other hard objects, although, when in doubt, you can always go to the dentist. As mentioned in 107 Facts About Adventure Time, the romance between Finn and the princess he crushes on throughout the series is inspired by Archie comics. For a while, Finn's interests were focused on the older, wiser Princess Bubblegum and the younger, more volatile Flame Princess. Now he's moved past this with a low-key crush on Huntress Wizard and some other implied flings. In total, Finn has had 5 significant love interests throughout the show: Princess Bubblegum, Flame Princess, Huntress Wizard, Breezy the Bee, and Rosalinin from the Pillow World. Even though Jake has joked that Princess Bubblegum was Finn's ex-girlfriend, Finn realizes that they never really went out or were a romantic item, regardless of how big his crush was on her. Dating a girl made of fire can be difficult, especially when she's hot to the touch. To overcome getting burned, Finn wrapped himself up in a tinfoil burrito so he could hug Flame Princess. That's kinda sweet and weird, but sweet. Voice actors Jeremy Shada, John DiMaggio, and Olivia Olson revealed in an interview that Finn and ex-girlfriend Flame Princess will not be getting back together. That must have sunk a lot of ships. Get it? Since his relationship with Flame Princess, Finn has grown up quite a bit when it comes to love. He develops feelings for Huntress Wizard, who also likes him, but she feels as though they can't be in a relationship. Here's where the maturity comes in. Finn kindly accepts her rejection and wishes her all the best. Though it's in a non-canon reality that Magic Man creates, Finn's romance with Aaron in the episode Food Chain was his first romance with a non-royal person. Finn is technically married to Aaron. Well, sure, the marriage happened when he was transformed into a caterpillar in Food Chain after a series of trippy events, but still. Not to mention, Finn did technically promise to remarry Aaron when they meet again in an alternate reality. While having some relationship problems with Flame Princess, Finn was also married to Rosalinin in the Pillow World, which may or not be real. Looks like this relationship had so much pillow talk that Finn and Rosalinin had 2 kids, Jay and Bonnie. Unfortunately, when Finn came back to reality, he forgot all about his fluffy family. In an interview with Animation World Network, Ward described Finn as an Indiana Jones type, revealing possibly another inspiration for the character. Finn has a self-declared arch-nemesis named Tiffany. It's pretty obvious as he goes around yelling, "Finn, I'm going to kill you." Tiffany hates him because he believes Finn stole his friend Jake away from him and he is jealous of their friendship. Though it's not always depicted, there's a pocket on Finn's shirt which first appears in the season 2 episode It Came from the Nightosphere. Or maybe he just has similar shirts with and without pockets in his wardrobe. Finn owns 3 sweaters that he wears throughout the series: a yellow sweater he would wear to the Ice Kingdom, a pink one knit by Princess Bubblegum, and a winter sweater he wears in the holiday episodes. Finn is currently on his 2nd backpack. After being destroyed by skeletal guards in Mortal Folly, Raggedy Princess, along with other princesses, created him a new one, an identical one. In a Legend of Zelda-like fashion, Finn's backpack can carry a seemingly unlimited amount of items, at one point holding an entire family of fruit people. One of the many things Finn carries in his backpack is a music box given to him and Jake by their parents. It plays a lullaby that can lull the 2 of them to sleep. Aww. Finn's used a total of 5 main swords throughout the series: the Golden Sword, the Root Sword, Sword, the Demon Sword, the Grass Sword, and the Fin Sword. In the Islands miniseries, he debuted a new sword, the Small Sword, with a pirate-like appearance. It remains to be seen if it will stick around or was a one-time seafaring weapon. Swordsmith Tony Swatton created a real-life working replica of Finn's original gold sword, which he demos in his YouTube series, Man-at-Arms. Finn has occasionally been able to use magical powers, like learning ice powers from a Freijitsu book and a bunch of other wizard powers in the episode Wizard. Finn uses a hand-to-hand fighting style similar to wrestling, called the Choki Broki style. The silly name was given by Jake. As we mentioned in 107 Facts About Adventure Time, Finn is visually similar to an early Pendleton Ward creation, Bueno the Bear. Bueno the Bear appeared only in some crude, short animations and as the theme for Ward's official website. Finn's hat is actually made of bearskin, and he's owned it since he was a baby. A number of official real-life Finn hats exist that were distributed by Cartoon Network. Finn's hat may have a practical purpose. In the Stakes miniseries episode Everything Stays, the humans on the mainland that Marceline encounters are wearing animal-looking hats to protect them from vampire bites. Just like his age and weight, Finn's hair fluctuates in length. Originally, underneath his hat, he had long blonde hair, then at various points he shaved it off, regrew it, shaved it off again, and as of now, it's long again. As mentioned in 107 Facts About Adventure Time, Finn reveals his favorite food is meatloaf in the episode Still. However, he's shown in a number of episodes to have a thing for Finn cakes, which are cupcakes with his face on them. These must come in a close second. Finn cakes have a simple recipe you can make for yourself. They're just chocolate cupcakes with vanilla frosting and marshmallows for the ears. You'll have to figure out the Finn face for yourself though, and unfortunately, only Finn can eat Finn cakes. Finn's first comic book appearance was in Boom Studios' Adventure Time series. The first issue was written by Ryan North, author of the Dinosaur Comics webcomic. Another of Finn's talents, a Super Ultimate High Five, which he entered into Princess Bubblegum's talent show with Jake as his partner. Finn can also spit very far. He does this in multiple episodes, and at one point, Jake claims Finn could have easily beaten a dungeon monster in a spitting competition. You'd think the dungeon monster would have quite the advantage. In Video Makers, it's revealed that Finn and Jake host a weekly film club in their treehouse, which includes most of their friends seen throughout the series. Finn's favorite song when he was 2 is 3 Baby Spiders, and if he still enjoys it, he's too embarrassed to admit it. Finn briefly served someone other than Princess Bubblegum as a nice knight for the Nice King. The Nice King turned out to be the Ice King without a beard. Finn and the Ice King have always had a complicated relationship. They're not quite enemies, but not friends either. Finn no longer sees the Ice King as evil once he learns the truth about Simon. This is confirmed in the episode Don't Look, in which Finn is given cursed eyes that turn whoever he looks at into how he truly sees them. When Finn looks at the Ice King, he is transformed into Simon. This shows that Finn tends to see the good side of people, and he knows that deep down, Simon is still in there. Finn can auto-tune his voice at will, meaning that the songs he sings in auto-tune are not a stylistic flourish, but his actual voice. He gained this ability after swallowing a computer in real life. In addition to appearing in live action in a Cartoon Network promo, and in animated and Cartoon Network form, Finn has appeared in claymation in the episode Bad Jubies, and in CGI in the episode A Glitch is a Glitch. It's clear that Finn likes to sing, having sung over 30 songs throughout the entire series so far. Which is your fave? I like All Gummed Up Inside. In the episodes Dungeon Train and Pahoy, actor Jonathan Frakes of Star Trek The Next Generation does the adult voice for Finn. Pahoy even has a similar plot to the Star Trek The Next Generation episode Inner Light. In Spain, France, and Japan, Finn's voice actors are all women. In the French version of the show, Finn's voice actor also provides the voice for his gender-swapped counterpart, Fiona. Throughout the series, Finn uses a lot of math terms. Mathematical is cool, while math by itself is sort of a swear word. Another of Finn's weird slang terms, in The Jiggler, he calls grapes purple whatevers. It could catch on. Maybe. Even though Finn says mathematical a lot, according to Princess Bubblegum, there's some irony to this because he's terrible at math. In a Comic-Con panel, Ward claimed that Finn's toughest enemy is the stag, introduced in the episode No One Can Hear You, who cripples Finn by breaking his legs. He jokingly called the stag Sea Crag, though it is never mentioned in the episode. Finn has lost an arm twice, once in Escape from the Citadel, after which it grew a flower from the limb that later turned into the Grass Sword, and then again in Reboot, where the Grass Sword was removed and combined with the Finn Sword to make Fern. In The Tower, Finn grows an imagined telekinetic spirit arm. This is loosely based on a real-life phenomenon called phantom limb syndrome, in which someone who loses a limb, such as an arm or a leg, still feels as though it's there. Currently, Finn has a prosthetic metal arm. Given that most past, future, and alternate timeline versions of Finn depict him without an arm, this could possibly be how he will remain until the series ends next season, but we'll just have to watch and find out. Jeremy Shada based his voice for Finn on a version of himself, rather than other cartoon characters, meaning Finn's voice is pretty unique and original. Some of Finn's doppelgangers include a bear that impersonated him, mirror versions of himself, the Chimera Stormo created in part of his DNA, and most recently Fern, the Grass Sword fused with the alternate reality Finn from the Finn Sword. Finn has been turned into bread, a hug wolf, a demon, a cat, lumpy space Finn, a zombie, and a foot. Disguises worn by Finn include the Wizard Magic Fist, the Fancy Prince Hotbod, a split personality of sorts named Davy, and Jake Shadow. Finn owns a flip phone with a touchscreen, which pretty much sounds like the coolest phone ever. It replaced his old phone that looked more like a radiation detector or something. Jeremy Shada ultimately wants Finn to end up with a princess by the end of the series. What do you think? Tell us in the comments. In total, Finn does not appear in 14 episodes of the series, and there are a total of 7 episodes in which he has no dialogue. Artsy. Finn has appeared in 2 other cartoons, the parody Cartoon Network show Mad, and a weird cameo in a dungeon alongside Jake in Futurama. Bart Simpson appeared dressed as Finn in the Adventure Time themed intro to The Simpsons. Finn has appeared in 5 official Adventure Time video games, including most recently 2015's Adventure Time Finn and Jake Investigations, in addition to a number of apps. An Adventure Time DLC recently added to Minecraft now lets you use a Finn skin, and he's also a character in the games LEGO Dimensions and Fusion Fall. The LEGO Ideas program, where an idea for a LEGO set can be made with enough votes, produced a LEGO Adventure Time set, including an official LEGO version of Finn. Right here, I got him. Due to an extensive merchandising campaign, more than 30 different officially licensed toy versions of Finn exist. As well as being a TV star, Finn's a bona fide comic book character. He's appeared in 152 official Adventure Time comic books in total. In August 2017, an Adventure Time regular show crossover comic will be released, meaning that Finn will have a chance to meet up with Mordecai and Rigby. Think Finn will be a fan of the fist pump? In the Cartoon Network live-action promo What Time Is It?, Finn is portrayed by real-life actor Christopher Crane. Adventure Time is censored in a lot of other countries. One example is in the episode The Thin Yellow Line. The moment when Finn is making a file about Jake because he's being a wiener was cut in the UK and Spain. Finn is referenced in rapper Tyler the Creator's song She. When he raps, "We can begin the pretend game, I want to be Finn from Adventure Time." So do I, Tyler. So do I. Thanks for watching 107 Facts About Finn. What's your favorite Finn battle or song? Who should he end up with? Comment down below and let us know. We have videos dropping every day, so make sure to subscribe to channel Frederator, and don't forget to click that bell icon to become part of that awesome notification squad. If you want more from me on my own personal channel, Stuff with Scoutfly, check out the description down below where you can find a link there. And as always, my name's Justin, aka Scoutfly, and don't ever forget, Frederator loves you.